So today we have Jack Frost from the Rise of the Guardians movie taking on Elsa from the Frozen movies. Who wins? Let's find out. So, after sacrificing himself to save his little sister, he was resurrected by the Man in the Moon as the spirit of winter, Jack Frost. About 300 years later, he became a guardian alongside Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, and Sandman. Being the manifestation of winter, his powers include manipulation of snow, ice, the cold, frost, and even storms. He can project ice blasts, conjure snow from nothing, freeze water by walking on it, and worsen storms to make it snow, although he cannot make it storm. His magical staff enhances his powers and alerts him to danger, but it's not unbreakable. He can also fly by riding the wind like a snowflake, and he can go faster if he propels himself by the wind. He's also a skilled fighter, combining his powers and his staff with parkour, freerunning, and martial arts to make a unique fighting style. He was able to repair his magical staff through sheer force of will. He was able to single-handedly defeat Pitch Black after he had already defeated the other Guardians. And actually, during the fight, Jack was being swarmed and overwhelmed by dark nightmares until he released a massive, powerful ice blast that destroyed all the nightmares and sent Pitch absolutely flying. And finally, he is immortal as well. But in the other corner, Elsa. As the former queen of Arendale, Elsa was born with the magical powers of manipulating ice, snow, and cold temperatures, as well as being able to create life, and now lives as the fifth element in the enchanted forest. Her main powers are manipulating ice and snow, being able to project ice blasts, and even create ice constructs like barriers and shields. She also seems to be very skilled in using these powers in combat, as she was able to best Wesselton's guards, as well as the fire and wind spirits. But that's just scratching the surface. She unknowingly set off an internal winter in Arendelle in the middle of summer. Then, she easily created a giant ice castle. She also opened up a giant dense magical fog created by the other four spirits and was thought to be impenetrable. She's able to run across bodies of water by momentarily freezing the water with each step, and even briefly freeze a giant wave of water with a massive ice blast. She also can create life, as she created Olaf and Snowflake as well. So, physicality won't play a big role in this fight, but I think it is important to note that Jack Frost is physically superior. Neither showed any real impressive strength, but Jack did withstand powerful attacks from Pitch Black, as well as walked off a 5,000-foot drop. He was also fast and agile enough to regularly incorporate acrobatics and parkour while in a fight. But I will say that Elsa was fast enough to block an arrow with an ice barrier in a split second, and to run fast enough to dodge out of the way of a massive ice chandelier that was about to fall on her. But then you add in Jack's free-running, flight, and immortality, and it becomes even more clear that, yeah, he's physically better. He's also the better fighter. Elsa has shown great skill in using her powers in a fight when she really puts her mind to it, but so does Jack, who perfectly combines this with legitimate martial art and parkour skills. He also has 300 years of experience with his powers, while Elsa has only had her powers in her lifetime, which is only 23 years. And although she seemed to have pretty good control over it as a kid though. But now, I want to talk about Jack's magical staff, as it is more than just a magical staff. It is nicknamed Twinner, and was made from a willow that stood on an ancient burial grounds of the Mohican Indians. Each branch of the willow was said to have the spirit of a Mohican warrior and would help the wielder as long as they are brave and true of heart. The staff is his friend and comrade. It does enhance his power and even alerts him to incoming danger. Jack can also easily repair it if it's broken, which is good because Pitch easily snapped it in half. But I think the most important question here is who is more powerful? Who has more raw power? Well, Jack's mere presence dropped the temperature and made snow. He could walk on water by freezing it with each step, project ice blasts, conjure snow from nothing, worsen storms, repair his staff through sheer force of will, fly with the wind, and he defeated Pitch, who had killed Sandman earlier in the movie, and just defeated the other Guardians with relative ease. Actually, during the fight, he was being swarmed and overwhelmed by all the nightmares until he projected a massive, powerful ice blast that destroyed all of them and sent Pitch absolutely flying. That's really impressive. Then you add in his magical staff, immortality, and the fact that there's people in the world who believe in him increases his power even more so. But even as a child, Elsa showed great control and creativity with her powers and could already make it snow indoors. She easily created a giant ice castle. She beat the wind and fire spirits, tamed the water spirit, ran across water similar to how Jack can, briefly stop a giant wave of water with a giant ice blast, open up a magical dense fog created by the other four spirits that was thought to be impenetrable, and she unknowingly set off an eternal winter in Arendale in the middle of summer. And actually, with that last feat, it could have been the entire world instead of just Arendelle. As Anna said, you kind of set off an eternal winter everywhere. This would mean Elsa's powers are on a planetary level, which far exceeds Jack's power level. But to be fair, there's no proof of this, and Anna was probably over exaggerating. But with that being said, I'd still say Elsa has more raw power. Like, she unknowingly set off an eternal winter during summer is more impressive than anything Jack has ever shown. So, who wins when they have basically the same powers? Raw power or skill and experience? Well, it depends how different in power levels they are. Well, it's a very small difference. Like, Elsa is more powerful, but not by much. She's also never fought anyone as powerful as Pitch Black. Because of this, I think Jack's greater skill and experience should grant him the victory over Elsa. Jack Frost wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you think and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all that great stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.